If they have any kind of automated surveillance, again, we will want to take a look at, is there anybody can even articulate to me how this automated process is supposed to work? What types of transactions should it be conducting a red flag on? What is their methodology for, for what triggers a red flag for further investigation? And again, this will be different for every financial institution. So really here, every audit will necessarily need to rely on a Q&A with the people who are responsible for this system to understand, okay, what is your system actually doing? What should be triggering red flags for further follow-up? And then we can go through and pull some transactions to see if the red flags are actually being generated. If the red flags are being generated, can we go through and verify that there's actual sufficient follow-up to those red flags? I was once in a financial institution where they had a system that was generating red flags, and I talked to the individual who was receiving those red flags, and I asked what they did when a red flag was generated by the system. And they said, well, I just click here and I click here and I click this little button here and it goes away. It's like, no, you're actually this red flag, you're supposed to be investigating it. And before you click the go away button, you're supposed to, have done some kind of review. And they hadn't been trained on that. They didn't know it. They just knew that if they had red flags, this was the process they went through, and that made the red flag go down. That was a major failing in the monitoring process. So making sure that for however their automated system works, and this is where it can get awful, it can become a very custom job because every financial institution has a slightly different level of automation to their monitoring. But the question is, if they do have it, can you understand how it works? Are the red flags being generated and investigated appropriately? And then if they do have some kind of, monitoring system, is it being independently validated? And if it is there a rationale to how often it's being validated? And ultimately they have to have controls in place to make sure that whoever is in charge of this kind of automated system, is there limited access? Who has authority to tweak the system? Are there controls around that as well?